I know it's happening, but nobody would believe me until it's too late. And that's why we have to go within in order to understand these deep truths about existence, about ourselves, about what this really is. It's not a question of whether aliens exist or these strange molters, as they've been called, the jinn, the demons that are transforming or trying to transform humanity away from any free will or pure source energy. So they want to sell this postulation of it's like, I just saw this statement that it's ironic that we would use this complex system that's sent through airways to make a statement that we don't trust science. But in that, there's an assumption that that is science, that any epistemological, ontological field system is science when science is only the method that's used to try and track that. So there's a whole different area of science that is more ontological. It's the study of metaphysics, the acknowledgement of metaphysics as the primary force. And so when you look at this whole thing with, the tic-tac that has been seen, which is UAP, UFO, can travel underwater unimpeded, it's never really considered that these things can be, they're called multidimensional. What happens in one sphere can happen in another sphere, especially when there is an understanding. And there may be technology, there definitely is technology involved. There may be a manipulation of the binary code information, the field that surrounds these objects, whether it's a gas solution or a codified number system. But they could be doing this remotely from somewhere else. In fact, we can be two different or more than two different people without even really recognizing that. Sure, we think we're going back to this mainframe. We think we're going back to this steady state of who we are, but we never really do. We're only given little pieces of that falsity. But in truth, there's a layer that's placed over us that is acting out impulses, that is controlling our endocrine systems, that is making us do things that compromise and contradict the entire center of what we are based around. So without that purity, there's not a leg we can stand on. So they want to take that purity away from you so that now any court, anyone pointing the finger, any judge, and so what they do is they direct the people in your families against you, they direct the people in your society against you, that if you are to stand on this soapbox and preach purity, that you have to have lived in an entire pure life. And more so, what's going to be happening is that a specific spiritual leader throughout antiquity, but really all spiritual leaders are going to be found to be impure in the actual walk of their daily lives. That instead of like a political rally toward a superior ideology, all people want is money. But the most superior is for people to rally toward the core, the center, the pure source of force, and to take back their original identity by no longer pandering to the political system, the hegemony, the pervading government, or especially the corporations incorporation to franchise upon your true identity. So we are the power. Those with souls are the ones who are powering this entire event, this whole operation. The soul is required. The soul is required to go along, whether the soul is being tricked or not, being trapped through this labyrinth or not. And this is what the definition of the matrix is all about.